Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you all this braid out hairstyle that I achieved on my natural hair. I absolutely love braid outs, but on this particular day, I wanted to add just a little bit of pizzazz. So of course we're going to go ahead and start by sectioning off our hair where our crisscross braids are going to be with our gold accessories. I am starting off with like a side part, and then I am just parting from ear to that part, and then I'm going to go ahead and section it off and clip it away. For the rest of the hair, of course, I'm just going to part the other section down to the ear and then split the back in half. You all know by now that when it comes to doing braid outs, I find that I can do less, and less sometimes is actually more when it comes to a braid out. So I really enjoyed doing this hairstyle because it didn't take a lot of time and it was really efficient for what I needed for the week. So today I am using the dew cream to moisturize my hair, and then I am going to go on top of it with the dew mousse. As you all can see, I am not making sure my parts are super perfected, and that is because sometimes it makes it a little bit difficult to get rid of the parts when you are separating. So if your parts are not super straight, don't worry. The only thing that you need to make sure is straight is actually the side of your hair where you're going to do the crisscross method. So before you do your braid out, of course, you want to thoroughly detangle. When you have large sections, you want to start by pulling a section down horizontally and then splitting that top section into two. That is how I create my 3 sections to make sure that I am creating a very flat to the root plait that is not going to leave me with super puffy roots when I do the takedown process. And as you all can see, I am taking my time braiding down to make sure that the braid is tight. I am going to finish off with a twist and coil it around my hands. You really want to make sure that you are being very efficient when it comes to plaiting your hair, meaning not making any loose plaits because you're not doing as many plaits throughout your head. So you want to make sure that the definition is close to being perfect as possible. If at all possible, you want to make sure that you at least stick a couple of plaits right in the center of your head. That just helps to not have an annoying middle part, which I know sometimes it is inevitable, but sometimes we can help it. So just stick a couple of plaits right in the middle and you won't have to worry about that. And after the back is complete, I believe I had 3, 4, and 2, which would be 9 plaits in the back, I believe. And I am going to repeat that process on that front section that is not a part of the crisscross. Now we are moving on to our little pizzazz on the other side of our head. We're going to start by splitting that section directly in half. And if you want to clean up that part, you can use a little bit of edge booster. On second thought, after doing this hairstyle, I would have done this part on the side of my head while my hair was actually dry because I feel like my parts would have been more crisp with using the edge booster. However, because my hair was wet, I feel like I didn't get a very strong hold. It didn't impact the hairstyle at all, but just for reference, maybe you want to do this when your hair is super dry. So I'm going to start off with a plait right in the beginning, and of course I am going to continue twisting, well, braiding or plaiting tightly to make sure that there's no lumps or gaps because we're actually going to connect this braid to another one. So now we're going to split the other section in half and do another plait in the front of our head. So we're going to go ahead and moisturize this section back here because the plait that is closest to our ear will actually be connecting to this one. So moisturizing it, making sure that I am getting the part as clean and neat as possible. I'm going to go ahead and separate my hair into 3 strands and then just add the plait right into the plait that I am currently creating. I really like this style because I do not have to add a whole bunch of rubber bands to the roots of my hair, which sometimes I believe cause a lot of tension on my head. So I was glad I was able to connect these securely with just using plaits. And we're actually going to do the same thing with the other plait that's already plaited up in the other section that is technically our last section for today.
Miss that smile, Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style, so something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in a well. My conscience tells me that I could have helped without fail. Actions speak louder than words, and that's a lesson that I learned all by myself.
That is all done. We're going to go in with some mousse to help lay down some of those flyaways and use my rat tail comb just to slit down the edges. I am also going to add some mousse right on top of my plaits because I felt like some of them were just a tad bit frizzy, and I'm going to use my black strips to actually make sure that the edges set in place, and I'm going to sit up under the dryer. I set up in the dryer for about 30 to 45 minutes, and now I'm going to take the black strips off, and then I'm just going to tie my hair up for tonight as I would normally. And in the morning we will come back and finish styling the hairstyle.
If I have to share you, it was me that all along did you wrong, thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity, the death of me, I fear the day you've gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known.
So it is the very next day, and today we had some activities on our agenda that required a whole bunch of movement. So I was kind of nervous. I'm like, is my hair gonna hold up after we go to this park? But it absolutely did. So I'm starting off by taking down my plaits. As you all can see, this is actually real time, so I don't have to be extra careful when I'm taking down my plaits because I made sure that I plaited them neatly so you can see the definition. I'm only separating each section once because I know I want this hairstyle to last all week, and typically when I want a braid out or twist out to last all week, I do not maximize my separation on day one. I kind of wait till later on in the week for the hairstyle to get naturally bigger. Once everything has been thoroughly separated, it is time to finish this section over here. As you can see, I am combining those two plaits with a rubber band. I am not doing it super tight, just enough to keep them together. And then I am going to put a gold clasp right on top of the rubber band to conceal it. And what I'm going to do next is I am going to pull up my ends and start wrapping them around the loop that I created. I hope that makes sense, but you can definitely see it here. And I'm going to put a gold clasp right on top of that to add that pizzazz I was talking about. And I'm going to go back in with the edge booster just to lay down my edges and to give it more of a sleeker finish over here. I did not reapply edge booster throughout the week because I honestly did not need it with the nighttime routine that I'll show you all at the end of the video. And here is the final look. As you all can see, I am super happy with this hairstyle. I like how it looks so effortless, but you can tell effort was put in at the same time. And I thought it was also a good creative hairstyle to put together, as we are still in Black History Month at this point in time. And I really love the results, the definition, and the pizzazz. But before you go, I do want to show you all how I preserve my curls. Of course, I had to go in with my satin scrunchies to do my ponytail method. As you all can see, I am trying to make sure that I am gathering the hair into like clean sections to actually reduce frizz. And I'm just wrapping my ponytail holders around once or twice. Typically on day 1 and day 2, I do not wrap them more than 2 times because honestly it doesn't need it. But as the week actually go by, I will do more banding to each section to make sure I preserve some length in the hairstyle. And to preserve my edges and the hard work that I did on them, I will tie a scarf around my edges and put a bonnet right on top. And the following day, all you have to do is remove your bonnet, go ahead and remove your scarf, remove your satin scrunchies, and just give your hair a gentle fluff. And that is pretty much it. This nighttime routine really is stressless and stress-free. You don't have to worry too much about what you're going to do in the morning because all you have to do is slide those scrunchies off. As always, I really hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you try this hairstyle, please let me know, and I would love to hear from you how it turned out. And of course, I can't wait to see you all in the very next video. See ya.